I found my daughter's journal where she's planning to drop out of college to support her unemployed boyfriend. I still remember the exact moment my heart dropped into my stomach. I was cleaning my 19-year-old daughter Emma's room while she was at class and accidentally knocked her journal off the desk. It fell open to a page with a detailed budget payer not for her sophomore year expenses, but for supporting her 24-year-old boyfriend who hasn't worked in 2 years. Yesterday, I confronted her after discovering she's already withdrawn from 3 classes and applied to full-time waitressing jobs, all while we're paying $32,000 a year for the education she swore was her dream. Emma has always been my practical child, parent, organized, focused, determined. When she got accepted to study psychology at her dream university, she had a 5-year plan mapped out: bachelor's degree, master's program, then clinical practice. She was the first in our family to attend college, and we stretched our finances to the breaking point to make it happen. Her freshman year was everything we hoped. Dean's List both semesters obdo in research, monitors who saw her potential. Then she met Tyler at a party last spring. He was 24, lived off campus, and had the struggling musician aesthetic down to a science. I tried to be supportive when she introduced him. Parent, he was polite enough, if a bit intense, about his upcoming breakthrough in the music industry. What Emma didn't tell us was that Tyler hadn't actually worked in 2 years, that his upcoming breakthrough had been upcoming since 2019, that his parents had cut him off financially after he dropped out of 3 different colleges. I discovered all this in her journal. Parrot, not because I was snooping, but because I was picking up scattered papers that fell when the journal dropped. There it was in her neat handwriting: budget for supporting us after I leave school. The details were heartbreaking. She calculated exactly how many waitressing shifts she'd need to cover their rent, his car payment, food, and his studio time. She'd researched health insurance costs, and she'd lose her coverage through our plan if she dropped out. She'd even written a script for telling us practicing lines about taking a break and gaining real-world experience. What was missing from her plans? Any mention of her own dreams, her education, her future. I sat on this information for a week, sick with worry. Then I found withdrawal forms for 3 of her 5 classes in her backpack. She was already executing her plan, dismantling her future piece by piece. Yesterday, I finally confronted her. I told her I'd seen the journal accidentally and asked her directly if she was planning to drop out. Her face crumpled. Mom, you don't understand. Tyler needs me right now. His music is about to take off, but he needs support until it does. And what about what you need? I asked. What about the dreams you've had since you were 14? I can go back to school later, she insisted. Tyler says lots of successful people take breaks. Has Tyler taken a job to support you while you finish school? I asked. I showed her something I prepared, a spreadsheet calculating the actual cost of her decision. Not just the $32,000 tuition we'd already paid for this semester, not just the student loans she'd still have to repay despite not getting a degree, but the lifetime earnings difference between having her degree and not, the retirement savings she'd lose, the compound interest that would never materialize. This is the cost of putting someone else's dreams ahead of your own, I said. Ketla, someone who won't do the same for you, she cried. Frond said I didn't understand their love. Then I showed her something else, spirit messages from Tyler's ex-girlfriend who had reached out to me after seeing my daughter's posts. She too had dropped out of college to support him. 3 years and thousands of dollars later, she was working 2 jobs while trying to finish community college classes at night. Emma hasn't spoken to me since yesterday. She's staying with a friend, not answering my calls. But this morning her academic advisor emailed me. I am still on her emergency contacts. Poor Emma had just been in to rescind her class withdrawals. Some people will take everything you offer while giving nothing in return. Others will sacrifice their own dreams to support yours. I am praying my daughter learns the difference before she loses everything she's worked for.